Hope you guys are doing awesome. Let's get some people up in here and I'm going to go in as usual. Happy Friday, everybody. Getting myself a little comfortable here. This office chair here. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing awesome. What is going on with all of you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, how are you? It's so nice to see you guys here. Let's get some more people up in here and I'm going to go in per usual, of course. All right. Happy Friday to all of you. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Hey, Safe, how are you? Hey, Lamont, what's going on? Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Friday is a great day. It's always great on Fridays, right? I mean, Fridays are what you make it, just like Mondays. I used to hate Mondays, but now I love Mondays because I use my Mondays wisely. You know, I just do what I want, what my Mondays, and do what you want with every day of the week. You know, don't make Mondays drab. Don't make Tuesdays drab. You make it what you want to make it. And you're going to find out that no matter what day of the week it is, you're going to dig the day for sure. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. I hope you guys are well rested. Thank you so much for the great vibes. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care of yourselves and, you know, just do what you guys do, as I usually say. Oh, hello from Australia. Happy Saturday morning to you too. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for joining all the way from Australia. That is amazing. How's the weather in Australia, by the way? Hey, everybody. All right. So by the title that you saw, I'm telling you from now, when people are going to call you names, but it's kind of weird how they start mimicking you and copying you and doing what you do, but they have the audacity to go around and start calling you names and talking ill of you, saying that you're a weirdo, you're odd, there's something off about you, there's something weird about you. But it's like, if these people think that you're so weird, if these people think that you're no good or you're up to no good, what's with this mocking thing they do? What's with this copying thing? What's with this mimicking stuff they do? If they truly believe that you are an oddball, and, you know, I'm throwing out terms out here because these people out here can be ruthless. They'll call you all types of names. They'll call you out of your name and still at the same time try to copy your flexes or fashion themselves to you. Why would that be? Right? I mean, it's almost like they want it both ways. They want to be able to diss you, but at the same time copy you. It's kind of odd. It's kind of odd. Golden says the weather is okay. It's autumn here now. Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. Hey, David, how are you? Thank you. Hey, Angel. Thank you. Angel says, if good vibes could be a person, it would be you, Andrea. Thank you so much. I love that. I hope you guys are all doing well. You know, let me take a sip of my drink. I've probably been called all names in the book, you know, and one of the prevailing terms that people would say is like, Andrea, you're just weird. You know, you are weird. You know, you do things weirdly. You move odd, right? And of course, it would bother me in the past. Like, it would bother me because I didn't think I was weird. Like, there's a negative connotation attached to that term. And so whenever I heard that, oh, Andrea, you're weird, I took offense to that, of course. Because when you think you know yourself and you think you're a pretty decent person and people are calling you weird, it's not going to sit right with you. It's not going to sit well, right? But as I got older, and I started to realize that I wasn't like the rest, then I understood why they were calling me weird. Now I understood why, you know, they were kind of singling out my traits or singling out my tendencies. I know now, and I love that now. I mean, call me weird, call me odd, call me strange. I like all of that because I know that what they're trying to say is that I'm not like them and I'm not like anybody they've ever known. And it's not really to be arrogant. I mean, they started it. They're out here calling you names and they think that they're going to be hurting you. And what's really happening here is that these people are kind of saying in their disrespectful, kind of condescending way that you're not like the rest. So I take that as a compliment. Yep. Right. They're trying to offend. Right. Right. Thank you guys so much. Hey guys. Trust me. I used to be called all kinds of names and it would offend me heavy. Oh, absolutely, because I was already teased. I was already bullied. The last thing I need is people calling me names or people looking at me odd. Even people who liked me, even people who actually I used to hang with and they used to like me and I like them, they would call me weird as well. They'd be like, Andrew, you're weird, but I like you. You're weird. You kind of say things that are kind of odd, but no one does that like you. No one does that. No one says that. I feel like on some end of the spectrum, it gives people a thrill. Like when you're different, they feel different. Like they feel different around you. So they like to be, it's kind of odd though, because it's like they like to be seen with you and they like to acknowledge your weirdness and your quirkiness and they accept it. But on the other end, it's like some people are just completely disgusted by it, like totally put off, not feeling it. They think that you're doing too much. They think that you're putting on a personal show for them. You don't care about putting on shows. You don't have the time to put on a show, especially for one or two people. Like you're just doing what you do. But if you're extremely different, if you're extremely out there, like you do things in a different way, you're going to have people who are very upset by this. They're not going to believe that you're being genuine. And in a couple of my videos, I have said that sometimes you could be so real. Sometimes you could be too real that you seem unauthentic. Like you seem like you're not being yourself because they've never came across anybody with your likeness. So people are going to be very, put off by how you act and what you say. So I have had a lot of people call me weird. Like I said, it would hurt my feelings because I didn't like to be called names. I've been called everything and it would hurt me back then. But now I just kind of embrace it because I know what they're trying to say. They don't really want to come out and say, oh, you're different and I like that. And you have a lot of different things to add to the table here. They're trying to hurt you, but it's like it's not really hurting. It's not really hitting in the way that they think. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. You guys are playing guess the drink, huh? Cherry Coke. Angel says they call authentic people weird, yet they don't even know themselves, right? Angel, you're so right. Thank you. Thank you so much for the positive vibes, guys. Thank you. Yeah, of course. You're going to find people who don't even know who they are. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're about. All they know is that when they see somebody like you, that you're not, it's kind of odd. Oh, thank you so much, Sir Basante. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much for that. And it's so nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yep. David said, yes, you can be so real that friends and girlfriend feel like they don't know me. Right. Exactly. Right. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Hey, Ethan, what's going on? Yep. So, people, like I said, people have called me all types of names. I've been called out of my name by all types of people, by relatives, by friends or so-called friends. These are not really your people, but it's like at the time they were your people. People will do a lot of condescending things and call you a lot of condescending names. Like people, it's so weird how you could be writing for somebody for years. You could be writing for somebody for decades. And you think that you're cool with them, and then you have a falling out, And now they're moving around and they're talking all types of smack and they're making it seem like, you were a weird person the whole time, like you were an oddball, like they don't really know why they were chilling with you. You ever find those people, they make it seem like they were dragging you along, or you, like they were just entertaining you, or they pitied you, like you were so weird and they felt bad for you. That's how a lot of people made me feel, like, oh, Andrea is so weird. Let's just, I kind of feel bad. No one else vibes with her. Let's entertain her, And so when a lot of people, I peep that energy now. I don't move with these types of people. I don't need that fake energy. I'd rather have a small, loyal few than a bunch of people who don't know anything about me. And that I'd rather not them know anything about me, But a lot of people, they revel in these superficial unions and, 1,000, 2,000 friends on Facebook, and they think that they're popping and they think that everybody knows them. It's all a facade. It's all comforting to the ego, but it's like, people don't know who you really are. When you show your true face and you show people how you really get down and you show people your true nature, people are going to have all types of things to say about you. They're going to say that people are going to say like, oh, I didn't know that you were like that, or I didn't know that you thought that, or I didn't think that you did that. I don't see you in that role. I don't see you doing that. You're a little too weird for that. You're a little, they hired you, like they put you on the team. Like people will diss you because of the field that you're in, or where you live, where you stay, how you make your money. Like people will diss you and they'll say, you're a little too weird for that. Like, how did you get that? People will diss you. They'll diss your whole life path, your journey. They'll diss you because of your past. They'll say, people will just do all types of things. But these are the very same people, like Angel kind of touched on. These are the same people who don't really know who they are. They don't really know where they're going. They haven't come to terms with their own state of affairs. But they look at you and they want to grill you and diss you about your natural tendencies here, how you glow, how you shine, how you're okay with being different. You don't mind being different. That's why a lot of people diss you, because it's like, I thought I had it going on. She's beneath me. He's beneath me. That's what they thought, until they realize that you actually love yourself. You dig your vibe. You can vibe by yourself. You're not worried about the crowd. You're not worried about keeping a status quo. You're not worried about keeping these people satiated. Like you're not really worried about these folks. Like you stay focused on yourself. People find that weird too. People are going to call you selfish because you focus on yourself. It's like, oh, they remember when they used to do a lot of things for them. You used to cater to them. And so now when you're working on yourself and you're loving on yourself, watch these people switch up on you. They're going to call you weird. Like, oh, she's acting weird now. He's moving odd now. I always knew there was something about this guy. Nah, he never used to be like this. It's like, wait a minute. They hate on the growth. Trust me. They hate on the growth. Yep, it's sad. Sorry, David. I'm from Canada. Where we're at, we don't have Cash App. We do not have Cash App. We have PayPal. And I don't know like if we have other kinds, but in Canada, we don't have Cash App, unfortunately. But I appreciate the gesture. Thank you. I really do. Angel says, your heart is so beautiful despite all the experiences. Your heart didn't become bitter. That's why the universe will keep blessing you more and more. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. People hate geniuses, David said. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, I'm from Canada, repping Canada. Yep, I'm from Canada. Yeah, I had a few people in the comments say they thought I was from the States or somewhere else. No, I'm from Canada. Yep. Yeah. That was something else about that Cash App situation, huh? Western Union. Yeah, Western Union is here. Yeah, they have that here. Yeah, Dorothy says when you're unique, you stand out alone, but God becomes your best friend. Absolutely. Say something in French. Please, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Right. All right, guys. So, and of course, I have to pause to read the comments, of course. I don't want to just talk. I could talk, so I have to slow down and read some of the comments that you guys are putting out here. All right, guys. So, yeah, I've been called all types of weird names. I've been called out of my name by people who were closest to me, by people who said they loved me, all that type of stuff. And you soon come to realize that love has nothing to do with it. When people think that you're weird, you're going to be the target. When people see that you have a pure heart, they will make you the target. They don't really care about what you've done, how charitable you may be, how you care about the homeless, you want to feed the starving children. They don't care about your dream or that you're a visionary. All they know is that they don't know anybody with your cadence. They don't know anybody who gets down like you. And so that alone bothers them. They can't really dissect you. They cannot understand you. They certainly can't pretend to be you. Watch how these people move. The whole premise of this live here is that these people will call you weird. They'll call you weird. They're going to call you odd. You are strange. You're a weirdo. Nobody does that. Nobody moves like that. But tell me why these people start moving like you. Like they'll diss you, talk you out of your name, but they'll start copying you and start, adopting your flexes, trying to fashion themselves to you. But they swore that they didn't like you, though. I mean, they swore up and down that you were no good. In fact, these people may have went around town talking ill of you. And all the while, they're trying to copy you in the shadows. They're trying to, copy your lingo, how you come across. They try to do that to others. It's like, why? Why would they call you weird and call you all these types of names, but they still want to be like you? Like they're still trying to copy you. They're trying to, emulate your spirit here. Well, wait a minute. I thought they didn't like you though. I'm telling you from now, if I don't like someone or if I don't see them as an inspiring individual, I am not going to waste my time to fashion myself to them. Because why am I gonna, when people have people that they look up to, they try to be like them. Like if somebody likes a certain basketball player and their dream is to be a basketball player like their biggest hero who is in the NBA, for example, right? They're gonna try to be like this person because they want to be great like that. That's just an example. Because they look up to them, clearly they respect this baller, and so they want to be like them. You're gonna practice, you're gonna, do the layups and the 3-pointers, and you're going to do all of that. You're going to do practices and you're going to get into it, right? Because you love this person. You want to be like them one day. And so I can't imagine somebody saying, oh, I don't like basketball, but let me try to beat him. Or I don't like soccer, but let me try to be the next Ronaldo or whoever, I don't really watch sports, but you know what I mean? Like you're not going to waste your time in trying to be like somebody else that you don't care about, that you don't respect, that you don't like, you don't respect what they do. That's why it's very strange why people will, they'll see you and they'll say that you're odd, they don't respect you, and then they'll copy you though. They'll copy every single thing that you do. I wouldn't waste my time copying somebody that I don't respect. I wouldn't even want to be around these people, but these people really they make up their own rules and they don't follow them. They come around you, they say you're nobody, but then they come around you to take notes, but then they diss you in the background, but then they have the same thing that you had. It's like, why? Why do all that? These people are infatuated with you. It's almost like an obsessive energy where it's like, when people have like an obsessed nature. So it's like, even though they don't want to think it, even if they don't want to be around you, even though they don't want to, big you up, even though they don't want to give your praise, even though they know you deserve it, they have to be around you, or they have compulsions. It gets pretty bizarre. It gets very bizarre. Yeah, PLJ says they say you are weird to devalue you so that they can curb their envy. Right. Absolutely. Of course, absolutely. PLJ said it just as it is. It's like, it's almost right. It's almost like these people are trying to pacify themselves, really. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pacify themselves so they feel like they don't have to feel too bad when they're around you, or they're not going to blow their cover, which essentially means show their true face, how they really feel around you. A lot of people feel inadequate around you. They don't feel like their jolly old self, because their jolly old self is not really their true self. I mean, these people identify with their possessions, the material world. They chase clout. They do a lot for a little. And so these people never really do find themselves until they strip themselves of these, worldly things. They have to be forced to find out who they are. You've done that. You've been doing that. And so that's why people call you weird. People are going to call you weird if you've been on the path to reform. They're going to call you weird if you've reinvented yourself. They're going to call you odd because they remember the person that they were able to manipulate and control and deceive. They wish that version would come back. They really do. Yep. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have the same shirt as me? Oh, wow. Right. Right. They call us weird, but their actions, they're questionable, aren't they? Right. Thank you, Universal. Thank you. Yep. Yep. Hey, Jeffrey. Yep. People are going to copy you even though they talk you out of your name, because they know that you know what you're talking about. They know that you've got the goods. Like, you know exactly what's going on. You've been working on yourself. You're not ashamed of yourself. I mean, they may be ashamed of themselves, but it's like spraying a bad smell. The smell's still going to be there under all that perfume or cologne or Febreze. You know what I mean? Like, it's the smells. You got to get to the root of the problem here. You got to take out the garbage, take out the trash, work on yourself, cleanse, do what you got to do so that you can be on the path to healing. And that's what you've done. They've not done that. They kind of use, they have many masks. They have many facades. They don't have to work on themselves. They don't have to tackle their issues. All they have to do is spray a very good perfume or cologne, and they move in life and they think they're smelling good and they feel like they're on top of things, but they're not really working. They're not doing the work on themselves. And that is a major issue. And that's why they hate on you. That's why these people call you weird, but they still copy you though. They still want to be somebody like you. They still feel like, they know deep down. They know deep down that you have the goods, like you have the knowledge. They don't want to admit it though, because these people are very prideful. They're very worldly. They're not really into reform. They're not into them. They don't know themselves. That's why you're a threat. And they call you weird to hide that. It's like you can see through them. They know it. You see through them. You know that they don't know anything about it. So it's like when they're around you, they're going to call you weird to make you feel small. Like they want you to feel small about yourself, like think low of yourself. But they know that you vibe so high. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. Right. Thank you guys so much. You got yours from Xian. I got mine from Xian too. What? Wow, that's amazing. Yup. That's great. LJ says, thanks for the inspired chosen one interview much. No problem. Yeah. Right. Jealous. Jealousy is as old as time, isn't it? Jealousy is as old as time. Jealousy is always the reason, like top 3 reasons why people, call you out on your name. Why are they so bothered though? That's the thing. They're so bothered, and it's like, so why are you investing so much energy into me? If you don't like me, if you don't like how I move, why are you investing so much energy and paying attention to everything that I do? It doesn't seem to make much sense, right? I'm not going to dig into somebody's life if it's somebody I don't respect or don't care about enough. You got to care enough. and they care enough. That's why they lurk. People who lurk, they care enough. They care enough to keep up with what you're dealing with. They want to know exactly what you're dealing with, because some of them, not all, some of them are just plain nosy, but others are more diabolical. They want to copy you and fashion themselves to you. They must copy you. They must watch you in order to, be able to do this. And so it's crazy. Hey, Dubs. How are you? Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate that. And I hope you're doing well. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Jealousy is a very, I saw somewhere that said jealousy is a very wasted emotion. It's such a waste, isn't it? Such a waste, because it leads to dead ends. Think about an alleyway and you're not able to get past because it's blocked, like a stone wall or whatever you want to call it. There's no going past this. And then it was pointless. You know what I mean? You got to turn back around and go the other way, and you realize you wasted your time. Why didn't I go around? Why? And that's how these jealous people feel at the end of it all. At the end, it was just pointless, wasn't it? Like the way they moved with you brought them nothing but misery. Jealousy truly is a very wasted emotion. It's very much wasted, because rather than being jealous and having this disdain and discomfort and hate and anger and, these villainous thoughts, rather than investing into that, they could have, just went on their merry way. Work on yourself, do what you do, grow, elevate, start a business, go back to school, do something productive. They don't. They sit around and they talk all types of smack, talking about, oh, I don't like her. I don't like this guy. He thinks he's all that. He's a weirdo. They think that they're hurting you by calling you weird. But all it shows is that these people are watching you. Like they don't see this. They don't seem to understand how odd it is that they're so invested in you, calling you all types of names. But why do you care about me so much? I mean, you got to care enough to call me a name. You got to care enough. You got to be watching me enough to even try to call me any kind of name. It's like these people watch you very closely because they need to see what is it? What is it about you? What are you dealing with, so they could shut it down? And people need that fuel. You are energy, like you are energy to them. You are a source of light to them. They need to be able to see, what is he up to now? What is she dealing with now? Because I'm feeling a little angry inside. I'm feeling a little bit of self-loathing right now. I need a punching bag tonight. I need somebody to get mad at tonight. They'll start stalking your pages. They'll start lurking, watching everything that you do, watching everything that you post, hoping that they could find something that fills the trigger, like it feeds the trigger, like it feeds what they needed. They needed to hurt you or feel like to lash out, to call you all types of names. People who call you all types of names, they feel unseen. You understand? And a lot of people will call you all types of names because they want to be seen. And who do they want to be seen by? They want to be seen by you, of course. And they know that if they talk all types of smack and they spread it around the community, it's going to get back to you. And so what they're hoping for here is some kind of response or rebuttal or some sort of anger, or you to act out of character. And don't get me wrong, I have acted out of character many times from crap that I heard that people were saying and what people were doing, because I was just so filled with anger. Like, why are you coming at me? Why are you talking my name for? But now I let these people say, run their mouths, say what they want to say, because at the end of the day, all they're showing, once again, is that they're watching me very closely. These people are fans. These people watch you very closely, and they want to know the scoop. Just like some people are obsessed with these celebrities, they want to know the scoop on what are they doing next. They know the nitty gritty of these people's lives. It's very public. It's very much out there. It's like you're that celebrity. Like they want to know exactly what you're up to. And you're going to have some haters as well. You're going to have haters in that group, people that just don't like you, people that are going to find a problem with everything that you do. I've already dealt with this type of stuff. Now I just kind of shake it off. Now I just shake it off. Right. Gang stalking, Christian says. Gang stalking. Absolutely. And a lot of times, right, it's a gang. It's a group effort here. It truly is a group effort. These people are all angry, all, feeling upset with themselves. They have to find a target. You are the target, not because you did them no wrong, not because you spoke ill of them, not because you made fun of them or made them feel low about themselves. Oh no. I mean, you might have made them feel low about themselves, but not intentionally. You don't do nothing to these people. The way that you vibe, and the fact that you vibe so high that it's almost immeasurable, like there is no gauge to see how high you vibe. You just vibe so high that nothing's like it here. Nobody vibes like you. Nobody gets down like you. You are literally like the all-star, like the sun. Nothing tops the sun. Nothing is better than the sun. And so, of course, it's like when you're like a walking sun, when you're the walking light, and you have a lot of knowledge, and you're very graceful, you're very humble, you're very hospitable, you care about people. You don't really care about yourself. You care about others out here. You try to do the best you can for people out here too. That's different. A lot of people are self-serving on this planet. You move different. And so these people are going to call you weird, but they're going to try to make it seem like, oh, I could do that. Let me do a 1-2 step. I can be like her. I could be like him. Let me go to the gym. Clearly he's getting buff. I can get buff too. But that was never their thing. This is not like paying homage or, respecting the flex. These people are trying to cut you out of the equation. Like they're trying to chop you out of this, of the whole, the whole vibe. Like they don't want people to see you. They do not want people to see you. That's why people call you weird. They're also kind of hoping that they ward off any excited or possibly interested individuals that may come out. They might want to work with you. They may want to collaborate with you. People out here may want to, be your friend, be a partner, be a romantic partner. And it's like a lot of people will try to intercept in budding connections because they very well know that you're the light. They don't want you to be seen. But can you hide from the sun? You can't hide from the sun. You could do anything you want to do. It's going to do what it does, which is shine. You shine no matter who's around you because you're not putting on a show. You don't care about that. You just shine the way that you shine. You walk the way you walk. You talk the way you talk. You carry yourself. You learn the lessons, like you did the healing. You did the work. You're not ashamed of your past. If maybe you had a rocky past, I know, some things I did were not great things. They were unsavory. They were not of best quality. But you live and you grow. You don't stay there. You go up. When people see that you went up, they're going to call you weird. They're going to be like, oh, so she thinks she's all that now, huh? He thinks he's all that because he got a little new car now, or he has more money now, or all these people can think about is material things. But they don't see the healing and the elevation and how your mind is clear. They don't see that because they don't get that. Okay. So it's pretty crazy, right? It's pretty crazy how people will just see you shining a little bit more in the physical, but they don't see up here. They don't get up here. They can't have a conversation with you that would allow them to peer into your mind or kind of see what you've done, kind of see how your mind has elevated. They don't see that. They don't care about that. It's too deep for them. They're shallow people. They're not able to see beyond the material things. That's why people, they see you shining. They see you looking very nice. Maybe you have a lot more. Maybe you're able to treat yourself more. Go to the spa, go to the gym. You got a membership, whatever. You got things that maybe you weren't able to get in the past. So these people are probably thinking like, oh, so she thinks she's all that now, huh? Because she's able to get a whip that she used to take the bus everywhere. Like these people are thinking to themselves like, oh, she's arrogant. He's arrogant. He's full of himself, right? They don't see that you had to change your mindset in order for you to get up to even be committed to go to the gym. There's a commitment there. There's a mindset thing there. You had to change your mindset to make this life change. And they don't see that. They just see you look so damn good. Like you look so great. Like you're looking like you're glowing now. And so they perceive it as arrogance. They think that you're a hothead. Like they think that you think you're all that. You don't care about being all that. You cared enough to love yourself and elevate yourself. You're getting more because of it. So in the end, they're going to call you weird and stush and call you out of your name. And you know you've done the healing work and they know it too. And they don't understand that. So that's why they're going to shut it down. Trust me, they're going to shut it down. Right. The empowered educator says they hate the fact that you don't need a crowd to validate your existence. You're fine being alone, drama-free, meek and bold as F. Absolutely. They don't like that. You know why? Because they need people around them. They need cheerleaders. And I was like this as well. It's not to say that, I already know what I've done. I already know the stuff I did that were not of the best quality, I was definitely the type of person that really sought out, praise and stuff because I was so heavily bullied. It's like you want anybody to see your light. You want anybody to just see a little bit of something, prove a little. It does not work. And so eventually you come to realize that if you don't love yourself, it's going to be a cold, cold world. It's going to be very difficult to stay afloat mentally. You could have any job, any type of money, any type of lifestyle. But if you don't take care of your mind, it's going to get to you. And that's how it was starting to get for me. It's like, certain things were starting to get to me. Certain connections, certain vibes, it was starting to get to me. I realized that I had a very weak backbone and I needed to strengthen it. One of the ways that I strengthened my backbone was really thinking about what are the good qualities about myself that even if other people didn't see, that I see, because it's me and I see it and I know it. Because a lot of times you're going to move through life, possibly it may not be your story, but maybe sometimes some of you may have been feeling like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know my path in life. I don't know what is my purpose here. And for a very long time, I didn't know what my purpose was. I was actually starting to think that I had no purpose, that I'm kind of just here watching other people go up and I'm not able to go up because I don't know what I want to do and who I want to be. That comes from broken self-esteem. I knew that. Broken self-esteem, not a lot of support, not a lot of encouragement. I wasn't really protected, And so at the time I thought, now I know that God was always looking out for me and making sure that, you live to see another day. You live to see another day where you can make big things happen. You can reinvent yourself. You will learn about yourself as you go along. You're not going to know everything right away. So of course, life is going to throw life at you. You're going to have to deal with life. You're going to have to catch it as it comes. It's going to be fast. It's going to be slow. You got to ride that. You got to do something with your life, right? So trust me, I had to find who I was. And it was not easy. It was actually really uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. Right. Terry says your past don't define you. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't. It doesn't. We're all born into darkness. Right. Right. Thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you. Right. I'm telling you, the amount of people who called me weird and the amount of people who, said that I was like, some people made it seem like they didn't want to be seen with me. To this day. I mean, a lot of stuff hasn't changed. All that's changed is how I move now. But a lot of these people haven't changed their tune, All they've done is like, they morph, they change how they show you, and you could just change how you interact with these people. A lot of people will make it seem like they don't really want to be, like some people will act like they're embarrassed of you, I've already dealt with this. People acting like they're embarrassed of you. They don't want to be seen with you. You know why people move like that? If you've had people move like that with you and they're making it seem like they're trying to rush, you know, people who you're trying to walk, you're trying to match their pace and they're walking fast or they're walking behind you, they're not really matching you. There's a certain reason why these people move like that, like why these people act like they're dragging their feet or they don't really want to be seen or they're on their phone, like they don't really want to be there, they don't want to really be in your company. I've dealt with this very recently from close people, not these strangers out here. I'm talking about very close people. And you know why? Unfortunately, you are too different from your own folks and they can't accept your differences. They can't accept your quirks. They cannot accept what makes you an individual. They really wish that you were with what they were with. And you might be with some stuff, you know, but overall, you do your own thing and they don't get down like that. You know, they get down with the majority. You're going to be a threat if you don't move the majority's way. That's why they always try to quiet, you know, people who go against the herd. You understand? Like the people who get away, they're going to try to get those people back and put you in your place. That's what they feel like they must do with somebody like you. They've got to put you in your place. They have to teach you a lesson. They got to teach you what happens when you go off the rails or when you talk out of line. And so people are going to call you weird. They're going to call you an oddball because you just don't go the majority's way, you know? Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly, retired. And it's nice to see you. You said if we fit in, we would never know who our enemies are. Our differences exposes them. Isn't that kind of funny how it works? Like us being different showed who they were. It's a very materialistic world that we're living in, you know? And that's the thing I realized that, you know, the money is not going to make you. The women, the men, you know what people are into, you know, it's not going to make you. That's not a part of your personality. That may be what you're into, but that who are you to the core though? When people don't know who they are to the core, it's a very problematic thing when they come next to somebody like you. Because somebody like you know who you are and you don't care about these things in life. They may be nice, they may be extra perks, they may be nice to have, you know, you have some nice things, but you don't need these things. If you were to lose these things or damage these things, you may feel a little bit sad, but you're not going to lose yourself, you know, because you know who you are to the core. You know what you stand on, you know what you rally behind, like you know what you believe in. A lot of people don't know what they believe in. They don't believe in anything except for money, women, cars, clout. That's all they chase. When that's all you chase in this world, you're going to meet a lot of dead ends, you know? A lot of those dead ends, like I was talking about, it's going to be like, what was all of that for? You know, you still don't know yourself at the end of that alleyway. And you got to turn back around and try again. And a lot of people just can't deal with that. They know you may have had to deal with that. You may have had to deal with times where you had to try again. People will mock how many times you had to go back to the slate. You know what I mean? Go back to the drawing board, try again. A lot of people, they kind of like the image that they held. They're just trying so desperately to like hold on to what was. You didn't mind like kind of letting go and seeing what it was. And maybe it wasn't that great. You had to go back, you had to fix things. A lot of people don't want to fix things because it's too painful and it may take a lot of time. They need it quick, they need it now, and they don't really care about elevating for real. So this is why a lot of people, you're going to find a lot of people calling you weird because you actually started again. You didn't care. People think that you care. Like, it's kind of odd. People will call you weird and they'll call you odd and they think that they're hurting you. They think it's kind of laughable that you had to start again because they feel like, oh, I have it already. Like, I have that. I'm good. See, look at her. She had to do that again. They had to start over again. They mock you, right? But still, they respect it though. When they see you come back stronger and you come back wiser and you know the mistakes you made, you're not ashamed of the mistakes, right? You faced it head on. You dealt with the problems head on. Like I said, spraying perfume on a bad smell, the bad smell will still be there unless you take out the trash. find the source, find the issue, deal with the issue, then there was not going to be no bad smell, right? So it's literally like that. Like, you don't put a bandage on your problems. You don't do that. You literally get down to the root of the issue. You deal with your problems. You come back stronger. You come back healed, and you're better than ever before. They're going to call you weird for that. Like, who do you think you are? They're going to copy you, though. They're going to be like, okay, so see, look what he did now. Look. He had some problems. We laughed at him. He went into into solitude even. He worked on himself. They thought that was probably kind of funny as well, how they couldn't find you. They think that when you go off the radar, they think it's kind of funny. Like, these people think it's kind of weird how, like, they think that you're embarrassed, but they don't see the healing, because these people are very superficial individuals. They don't see the healing. When you come back stronger, these people have nothing to say. They have nothing to say because they said all that they had to say. They showed their true face. They showed what they thought when they saw that you went back and you worked on yourself and you healed yourself. And now these people are copying you because they're like, okay, see, we laughed at him. But look how he came back, though. Look at how he has more, though. We laughed at him. We said he was a nobody. We said it wasn't going to work out. He came back, and now it's working out tenfold. What are we going to do now? We got to find out what he did. We got to stalk him now. We got to lurk. We got to see what they did when they were quiet, when they were in solitude. We got to find out from his people what he did. Who was he chilling with? We got to find something out, because we got to beat him now. I mean, he came back now. Like, I'm telling you. I am telling you, these people watch everything that you do and have the audacity to call you weird and strange and you're a nobody. He's off his rocker. You shouldn't trust him. You shouldn't work with him, trying to sabotage connections because you actually worked on yourself. And these people don't want people to work with the rejuvenated you. They don't want to work with the people who, they used to diss, but is now better than them. Nope. No way. It's like an insult to them. Because remember, these people did a lot of talking. And now you're doing a lot of walking. You're showing who you are. Like, you're holding your head high. Like, you don't really care. They thought you were hurt, but you weren't hurt. You were reinventing yourself. And unfortunately, on this planet with a lot of, very superficial souls all up on this planet, they're not going to understand the concept of somebody going deep and doing the work and doing the healing and then coming back stronger. They will never understand that until they come to a point in their own lives where they see, wow, like I don't know who I am. It's going to take a personal epiphany where they realize, wow, I really don't know where I'm going. I thought I knew. She knows herself. He knows himself, And people call you all types of names, but you're the one that came back stronger. And where are they at? In the same spot, of course. In the same spot. Same spot. Prince says, keep your grass low so you can see the snakes. Right. Thank you so much for the contribution. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right. It's like, a lot of people will be quick to snake you and call you weird. People are going to be quick to snake you and say, you know what? You're the reason why this connection didn't work. They were solid. You were weird. They were the ones that led you to what people use you as clout, though. You understand? The same people who call you weird or who call you odd use your name as clout. You don't even got to be around. You don't have to say nothing to these people. They'll use your name, bring your name up, and act like, oh, they know you. They know you. That's their favorite cuz. That's my best friend. It's like, wait a minute. You were steady dissing me for a very long time. A lot of these people will sneak diss you as well. You'll be right beside them and they'll say something that doesn't sound right. It's like, wait a minute, what did she just say? I've dealt with this. And what I do now when I hear people moving like this, like people are acting very shocked. Like when I say things that are real, they act very shocked. Like people act very weird. Like they don't want to hear from you. They don't want to hear what you got to say. And so when I see people, it's like an epiphany. When I see these people, when they move like this with me, it's like I don't even entertain them anymore. Because if you're going to be around, you're going to have no substance, no nothing to add to the conversation, then I'm just not going to extend the same energy, give my whole self to you. Why should I give my whole self to you and open up to you when you already show what you think of me, when you already show that you're not really into what I'm into? And of course, not everybody's going to be into what you're into. But if there's not even respect there's not even like a basic level of respect, this union is dead. Like there's no like cultivating this here. Because if there's no respect, there's no union, there's no advancing here. These people made it very clear what they think about you, and you got to move on to elevating people who are open to elevation. Not everybody's open to elevation. And that was my mistake, trying to get everybody to elevate with me, trying to get everybody to hear where I was coming from. But some people, like I said, too superficial. They don't care about elevating. They don't care about soul searching. All they care about is looking good, looking the part, seeming the part, and putting a bandage on all their problems, right? So you can't help those people. You can't help them. Right? Reality says disrespect me. What else we got to talk about? Right. Exactly. Like if you're going to talk me out of my name or make it very clear that you don't like me, how am I or how are you? How is this going to work here? It's done. Right? So, a lot of people I had to cut off because I peeped their energy. I feel like I feel everybody's energy. I see everybody, what they do, how they move. When people move weird and grimy with me, I just cannot be bothered. Like it blows my mind because it's like you entertain these people, you feed these people, you take care of these people, you show these people that you love them. They know that you love them. They know they could count on you, but at the same time, they use you. But at the same time, they diss you. They call you weird. They'll bring their people around you to mock you with them. They think it's funny. Like they think it's a joke when they bring people around you to mock. I've already dealt with this type of stuff. And what I could say to these type of people who move like this, who act like they're doing something here, I know they wear their spirit on their sleeve, like they show who they are. And it's not good and it's not pure and they don't move right. And these people, like that you elevate too high, it's almost like you pity them a bit. You pity them because like they think that they're hurting you or that they're doing something here. They'll take advantage of your kindness, but at the same time in the back calling you a weirdo, but still taking money from you if you gift them, or you know what I mean? Like they'll take stuff from you, from right up under you. Take stuff, all types of gifts, all types of good vibes. They soak it up. They soak up the good vibes. They soak up the good energy because they know you come clutch with that energy. And at the same time, when they're not around, they talk all types of smack about you. They speak ill. They make it seem like you don't do nothing for nobody. Talk you out of your name. Talk you to filth. You understand? And at the end of the day, I can't help but feel kind of bad for these people. Like, wow, how low can you be to use somebody who you knew had your back, who you knew, you could talk to? People will blow it. Like they'll blow up a good thing. Like they'll ruin a good thing all because they're overcome with jealousy, envy. You're too different. You're weird to them. And they can't be like you. They would never go out there and give a helping hand. They don't care about them, like helping the masses. All they care about is themselves. And they see that you care about everybody. They see that you care about everybody as much as you care about yourself. Like you have to understand how deep that is. For you to care about the masses as much as you have a love for yourself is not, it's very unusual to them. Very unusual, So I'm telling you. Fake friends, right? The empowered educator says some people laughed at me today and came up against me. But when the tables turn, I mean, isn't that how it's kind of funny how it works, doesn't it? Like they think I've had a lot of instances where I'm walking past people and they randomly laugh. It's like giggles. Like it's almost like they saw something super funny. And you don't know these people. Sometimes you don't know them. They'll just be laughing at you. It's because you know why they're laughing? One thing I learned in school, especially, is that some people laugh when they're nervous. Sometimes people don't laugh when something's actually funny. Sometimes they laugh because they're trying to suppress something that they don't want to come out in another way. So they'll laugh, they'll giggle, they'll snicker, they'll do certain things, certain inappropriate gestures. It's inappropriate for the time, for the situation. They'll do certain things that doesn't seem right. And that's what I noticed. I had a friend back in high school. She was great. She was awesome. And when she had to present like a project or something like that, she would laugh. Like when she would stand in front of the class, she would laugh. She would she would sputter. She would giggle. She would, laugh during her presentation while she was giving her speech or whatever. And at the end of her speech, there was one particular time I asked her, why were you laughing? Because it wasn't even a concept in my mind that people actually laugh when they're nervous. I'm thinking, like, what's so funny? Like, why were you laughing? And she's like, I laugh when I'm nervous. I laugh when I'm in front of a lot of people and, I don't know what to do when I'm nervous and I'm scared. Like, I laugh. And I said to myself, that's kind of different. It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. But it's like, you learn as you go along. You see that, people, when people say certain things about you, don't always take offense to it, because sometimes what they're really trying to say is what they cannot come out with. All they can do is snicker or, make up stuff. It's like coping mechanism in the moment where you're making them feel so uncomfortable. They do things that are inappropriate for the moment. They say things that are inappropriate for the moment. And what's happening here is that they can't really verbalize or articulate how you're truly making them feel in that moment. So they'll say things that are completely out of line, completely false, completely weird, strange. And one of the things that they're going to do is say that you're strange and you're weird. This is just their way of saying, we don't understand you. We don't understand your kind, your caliber. We don't get you. No one's like you. We don't have a term for you. We don't have a word for you. We don't know how to classify you. All we're going to do is call you weird, keep it at that, stay away, don't talk to her, don't work with him. And this is how they cope, okay? This is how they cope. Right. Right. It is, isn't it kind of odd? Like the way they move it is kind of entertaining in a way, because it's like, what's with the investment here? Are they getting the proper trade-off here by talking ill of you and calling you out of your name, but at the same time copying you? What was the point? Why look at me and say all these types of negative things about me if it was just to turn around and try to move like I move? But one thing you got to be understanding of is that they'll never really move like how you move, because the way they move is a whole different route here. You move with clarity. You move with elevation at the forefront. You move with the goodness, the betterment of the masses. You're trying to educate all types of people from all walks of life. You see yourself probably on the same level as you see other people. Like, you want to help everybody. One thing that I also learned, though, is be careful with trying to help everybody, because some people are not going to want to take your help in the way that you think they're going to take the help. Like, if you help people and you give to people, they're going to see you as a meal ticket or a means to an end. They're not going to take your help wholesomely, humbly. Like, they're going to take it in a way where, oh, I can get anything from her. I can get anything from this guy. Go ask him. He's going to say, yeah. She's going to say, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And people are going to use you instead of taking in the lesson, being wholesome with it. People will deplete you. They think that you're very nice, but the problem with being too nice, you can be kind, but be very careful with being nice, because being nice, as I see it, as I've learned, is like when you're too nice, people think that they can take advantage of you. It's almost like, oh, you're nice. So, that's just, it's almost like you are a pushover. And I was a heavy pushover. But when you're kind, you could be choosy. You could definitely be choosy as to who do you wish to be kind with. You can, retract, you can, you have a harness on your goodness. That's the best way that I could say it. Don't fall into the trap of being just too much to people who don't care about you like that. You know what I mean? Like, be very wary. Don't deplete yourself here. Don't make yourself to be somebody who is like taking care of everybody's problems. And when you're in a jam, you can't call, no one's answering your phone call. No one's answering your text messages. They don't want to help you. They don't show, there's going to be some people, right? It's like they'll complain that you don't do anything for them. They're going to call you weird. They're going to make it seem like you're a weirdo to everybody. They're going to make it seem like you don't do nothing for them. You've never done anything for them. A lot of these people are heavily spoiled. I feel like I attract so many spoiled people or pompous people who act like, the world was always given to them. So when I come around people who are always are very spoiled minded, like very spoiled, rotten, then it's like when you become the center of attention, like when people start focusing on you and less on them, these people are going to try to put you in a problem. Like, they're going to make it seem like you're a problem. There's something off with you. People shouldn't connect with you. They shouldn't vibe with you. They're going to talk all types of smack about you in hopes that the attention will go back on them, because maybe they always got the praise. They always got the admiration. These people don't want people to see you, because remember, they know that you're very, very different than them. So not only are you getting more attention than a lot of these people that you're around, but the attention you're getting is on a much deeper level. It's not surface level. They're not looking at you because you just look good. They're not looking at you because you just have money. They're not looking at you because you just have those cars in your driveway. Nope, they're looking at you because your energy is on full display, and their energy never was. So these people, like, they'll make it seem like you never did nothing for them. How dare she talk to me like that? Or how dare she say that when I was around? Who does she think she is? Or they'll be like, oh, how come I didn't get that? Or how come, it's like, but what have you done for me though? And nobody's rallying, like, who's on my side here? Nobody's saying like, oh, no one's really saying, okay, but what have you done for her though? What have you helped her? Have you given her those good vibes? Have you invited her? Because she's done a lot for you. He's done a lot. We see, we are witnesses to what they've done for you. What have you done for them? And it's crickets. And nobody brings these things up, and nobody brings these things to light. They literally they literally give the bad-minded people multiple passes. These people never get reprimanded for the ways that they move and act. And so you're going to attract a lot of spoiled people who, when you sit beside them, they're going to act like, they're going to act like, oh, they don't want to really be there, because they're not as deep as you. Like, it gets really crazy. It gets really crazy. So many, there's people who come around me and they act like I did something to them. And all I can remember doing was being real. But apparently you being real is doing a little too much. Sometimes people will make you feel like, you know what? You're talking too much. You're doing too much. You're saying too much. There's people sometimes, like, when I'm sitting beside them or I'm around them, they're acting like they don't know me, but they know me though. I mean, there may be a blood relation, but they're acting like they don't know you. How can that be? But it's like you vibe so high for a lot of people, almost too high for their liking, okay? And so one thing I understood is that when you vibe too high, even for your own folks, they're going to feel that. They're going to feel that energy. They're going to say, oh my gosh, that's my cuz. How is my cuz vibing higher than me? How is my bro vibing higher than me? We're brothers though. It should be equal. No, sometimes you're vibing higher than your people. Not because you're seeking to be better than these individuals. It simply is the energy that was put in you from a long time ago. You were meant to vibe a lot higher than your class, then your family, then your friend group. No matter which friends you make, no matter what workplace you work at, the spirit is the same. It didn't change. It just adjusted. You were always meant to vibe high with a lot of these folks. And a lot of folks are upset because they realize it doesn't matter if there's a blood tie. It doesn't matter if they've known you since you guys were in kindergarten. You have always vibed much, much higher than them. And it's now when they're seeing you with this new energy, like it's almost like they're seeing you for the very first time. They're going to call you weird, but they're going to start copying you. These people are going to try to use you for clout. They're going to use you as a ladder, okay? Like they see you as money. They see you as success. They see you as somebody who's going to be able to get them to the next level, but they have very little respect for what you do. Like people will see your craft and what you're good at. They're going to call you weird. Oh, she's weird for that she's doing a business like that. He's weird for that. That's kind of weird. But when they see that it's gaining traction, though, it's always when it's gaining traction or it's popping or it's heating up. These people come out talking about, can you help me? Can I have some? Can you get me that? Can you hook me up with that? Because I'm your cuz. Come on. We're cousins, we're bros, we're best friends, right? But they never gave the same energy when you were starting this from the ground up, though. They actually mocked it. They called you weird for that. But now they want a piece of the pie. Now they want you to do something for them. Now they want to be a part of the journey. But it's all for self-serving reasons. They still don't care about you like that. They're still very deeply jealous, very envious about your path. So you got to be wary. You got to be wary. Right. Self-love says, oh my gosh, stepping stools. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Right now you're hot. They're all on you. And that's how it tends to go. And that's how it's going to continue. Unfortunately, a lot of people, it's like you got to shake these people off of you because you don't want to take people with you on your journey who are users. You don't want that. Thank you, Universal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Smokey. Thank you. Yeah. Right. So I have 3 more minutes on here, guys. I'm going to give my parting words for this live. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Of course, I want you guys to enjoy your Friday evenings or Saturday, as Golden is in Australia. I'm not sure if you're still here, Golden, but I'm hoping you're enjoying your Saturday morning all the way there in Australia. I want to let you guys know something very important before I leave. One thing I want you guys to know is that, you know what? If people have called you weird, if people have called you odd, if people have called you an oddball or strange, embrace that. Because once again, they're not able to articulate what they really meant, which was you're different from them, you're different from the rest, and they cannot wrap their heads around that. It's like so crazy, like it's so strange and so jarring. And it's like, that's all they can do. They can call you weird, strange, and don't let it hurt you. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get you down in the dumps. That's what they kind of want to do because they know, though they're calling you weird, they know that you're a big stepper. Like they know that you're on one. They know that you're doing big things and they don't want to lead you to believe that as well, though you already know. They'd rather dumb you down and make you feel low to make you question if you are really great like that. You know you're great. So just know that you are great. Please know that you are great. And you've been doing the healing, you've been doing the work, and you deserve all the blessings that you're getting now. Even like the energy, like even like the ideas. Sometimes we're just blessed with ideas coming to our head and we're like, whoa, like I never thought of this. Why did I never think of this from before? You're being blessed with ideas and creativity. Run with that. Run with that. And it may seem bizarre. It may seem like, wow, like this, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to be successful. Maybe this is going to be a waste of time. When you get a really good idea, like a zap in your head, run with it and do what you will with it. And I guarantee that because it's coming from you and it's being formulated by you, it's going to be very great. It's going to be fantastic. You got to do what you do. All right, shake the haters off. People may have called you weird, but they're weirder for watching you like that. They're weirder for peeping you, for lurking on you, for trying to get the scoop to turn around and then to copy you and to be like you and to do everything that you do and then still have the luxury to talk you out of your name. They are the weird ones. I mean, that is odd conduct. Okay, very odd, very strange. So, it's fair game. Keep doing what you guys do. Okay. I want to thank everybody here on this live who has been very active, very, giving your insight, giving your stories here and the good vibes. I very much appreciate it. As I want to let you guys know, like, I appreciate you guys really letting your comments be seen here. It's very rejuvenating to me. It gives me a lot of insight, a lot of things to think about as well. So I really appreciate that. And to everybody who kindly donated to the Mindset Elevator, I truly appreciate that as well. Thank you very, very much. It's very kind. And I really respect that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. All right. Thank you so much, Lamont. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm going to head off this live now. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the weekend ahead. I'm telling you, May 1st. How is it May? Like, how is it already May? It was just New Year's, wasn't it? Like, time is just going. But you know what? You got to move with time. Don't get left behind. Move with time and do what you want to do in life, okay? My birthday is actually in May, but towards the very end of May. So, I like May. I really do like May. So, I'm always feeling good when May comes around and it's springtime and it's always a great time. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so very much. Yeah, May is great, right? Reality? May is great. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to end the live now. Blessings to all of you and yours, to your family, to your friends, to the real ones. You guys are real ones. Keep being real, even if they think it's weird. All right. You're a stunner here. You're shocking people. You're stunning people because you're not like the rest, okay? And embrace who you are and understand that these people out here are weird for messing with you. All right. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful night. Okay. Bye.